Hey guys, in light of Halo Wars 2 being really not so far around the corner, I thought that I would update those who maybe don't know what the brutes have been up to since the fall of the Covenant, what they've been up to since the end of Halo 3. So if you do enjoy, a like goes a very long way, along with a comment telling me your favourite brute ever. So in summary, the brutes really fucking destroyed themselves. Due to having no solid leadership anymore, they split into a bunch of different tribes, with most of them going back to their homeworld, Doizak. On Doizak, they just continued to fight themselves, causing the species to continually regress until eventually, most of their organisation as a species fell apart. This regression turned them back into a far more savage species again, which put those who continued to fight against the Sangheili at a severe disadvantage. Speaking of brutes fighting the Sangheili, there are many who refuse to give up their intentions to purge the Sangheili. These brutes remained locked in a constant war, continuing the conflicts that arose from the Great Schism for years to come. In 2559, a Sangheili shipmaster visiting the human colony of Kolo, of which he glassed during the Human Covenant War, noted the irony of the fact that some brute factions were fighting each other, whilst also fighting the Sangheili, who were also fighting each other, which created a sort of double two-front war. Some brute factions separated from those loyal to the Covenant, which led them to fight each other. Their lack of technology and functionality as a species and society meant they had no decent technology or methods to attain resources, food or supplies to sustain them. This led to them carrying out raids on Sangheili settlements and camps, taking their resources, which in turn only stoked the fires of their still ongoing conflicts, something that will seemingly never ever be solved. However, not all brutes actually fought against the elites. Many remained loyal to those that they were loyal to before the Covenant broke down, whilst others chose to join them to give themselves a foreseeable future, which was something that many of their brothers on Doizak didn't really appear to have. One of these was MANUS, one of the 6-man crew of the Piety, a vessel transporting a valuable Huragok to the servants of abiding truth. Unfortunately, the Piety was ambushed by the UNSC Port Stanley, and MANUS, along with his crew, were killed on board. There were other brutes who served the Sangheili as security guards, some even as servants on Sanghelios. However, this only induced more conflict between the two species. In March of 2553, brute servants in the state of Ontom on Sanghelios launched insurgent attacks which killed dozens of elites. This terrorist attack was very quickly curbed by the local militia. Some brutes chose to stay true to their origins and side with the various Covenant remnants. Merg Vol's forces that fought in the Battle of Dratheus V in 2554 contained brutes, along with Julam Dharma's Covenant forces that fought in the Battle of Insulation 03 in 2557. However, brutes were a fairly rare asset in Jul's Covenant. He stuck mostly to elites, grunts, jackals and hunters, with rare occurrences of brutes and drones. There were small pockets of brutes, however, that looked to create peace, aiming to unify their tribes with humans and elites, the most notable being the chieftain Lydus. Lydus was the chieftain of a master pack of brutes who controlled the Oath Sonin system. In 2558, he represented his clan in peace talks with the Swords of Sanghelios and the UNSC, a groundbreaking act of unity between these three historically conflicting species. Representatives of each species, Lord Hood, Felvadam and Lydus, met on Aelan 4 for the peace talks. However, they were unfortunately interrupted when they were attacked by a mercenary group hired by the New Colonial Alliance. The representatives made it out alive, but Lydus and his brutes departed without making any progress towards peace, and since then, no more attempts have been made. According to the Covenant entry in Halo Waypoint's universe section, there are hushed murmurs of Jivalhane clans gathering strength in the hidden corners of the Orion Arm, with unconfirmed intents to stake their own claim on the Covenant Empire. One of these is most certainly the Banished. Now, I've already done a video specifically on the Banished's history of what little we know, but I'm going to sum it up again here. Now, the Banished aren't actually a Covenant remnant, rather a splinter group that formed before the Great Schism while the Covenant was still at war with humanity. The Banished fought the Covenant and salvaged much of their power after their fall, which helped them form into the powerhouse they now are. But it's worth noting that just because they fought the Covenant whilst they were still at war with humanity, they were most certainly not our allies, and fought us at some point before 2559. The Banished are led by the ruthless brute Atriox, the literal personification of the Banished's powerhouse traits. So that's pretty much a summary of what the Brutes have been up to since Halo 3. Not too much, but I felt like there was some stuff that needed explaining. If you want to learn anything else about Atriox's history before Halo Wars 2 comes out, then be sure to pick up Halo Tales from Slipspace and read the story Hunting Party. It's a really cool story that details an assassination attempt on him by a group of Sangheili, which ends pretty much exactly how you can expect it ends. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, I really appreciate a like and a comment telling me your favourite Brute that we know exists. Be sure to join me next time, where we'll be discussing why quite a few old weapon, vehicle, and also possibly armour designs from the original trilogy could quite likely return in Halo 6. It might give those, like me, who aren't exactly massive fans of the new art style, some hope that the old stuff that we know and love could return. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you then.